Welcome back to Teach a Man to Fish channel. Today's video is venison stroganoff. Now this recipe can be made with beef. It's the best stroganoff I've ever had. When it's cooking, my family can't wait to eat it. Let's go ahead and get started. For this cook, I'll be using one of my second favorite cut off of the ham outside of the football roast, and it's this flat steak is what I call it. It comes off the outside of the ham. You can tell it by these striations, and it's really easy to get out of the ham. Just watch how easy it is to separate the muscle right along those muscle lines. Cooks well on the grill, does great on stir fries, and for stroganoff. There we go, all cleaned up. You can see very visible the striations in this meat. And anytime I'm doing cutting on it, like these strips for the stroganoff, I'll be cutting against that grain, which keeps the meat more tender, makes the cook more forgiving. You can come back for other videos in the future. We'll be talking about this football roast and what cooks that is good for. Now that we have that cut up, we'll go ahead and put it in the freezer, and you'll be able to see how much easier it is to cut into thin slices after it comes out of the freezer. So you can see this is frozen. It does make it easier to cut and manage. Before this thaws out, we'll go ahead and rip through this pretty quick. You want thin slices. You can see that the frozen definitely makes it easier. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put these back in the freezer while we're waiting. They will thaw out quick. Just like we talked about when we're butchering it, you can see through here the grain in this meat is running this way, and that ends up making tubes all throughout the piece of meat here. And each of those tubes ends up being a little pocket of sinew. If you cut against the grain and make all those little pockets. So if you look at the cross section of meat, you'll see throughout there the little pockets of sinew that connect the muscle. Your meat is much more tender and breaks along those little pockets of muscle. Much more tender. We'll go ahead and get the onions, mushrooms, and garlic cut up, and then head on over to the stove. First we melt the butter. I like to add in a little bit of olive oil, and that helps prevent the butter from burning. Add in our garlic, onions, and mushrooms. Now we'll cook this down until the onions become translucent. You don't have to do this in an enamel cast iron, any pot that you've got that'll do. I definitely like this enamel cast iron. I'm also going to be using a cast iron skillet. I'm going to fry the meat separately. I think I just get a better fry rather than throwing it in with those vegetables. You can go to this link right here or wait till the end of the video and you can see a review of this Lodge cast iron enamel Dutch oven. Let's transfer that meat over into the main pot. And we'll continue to let this broth reduce, and eventually that'll end up in the pot too. A whole lot of flavor left in this pan, the liquids that dropped out of this meat. Throw in some canned mushrooms. Couple of dashes of cumin. And I've got fresh habanero coming in out of the garden, so I'm just throwing in, it's about a quarter of a pepper. Adds a little bit of zing that I like to it. A little bit of diced jalapeno or habanero. Some better than bouillon beef bouillon. Now heavy whipping cream. Now we let that simmer for about an hour. Once it comes off the stove, you add in the sour cream, and you're adding that in to get the thickness that you like. So YouTube says that this video is perfect for your viewing habits, and this playlist is my other cooking sessions. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like, subscribe, share, and come on back for more.